Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello? This thing walking now? For the love of God, I hope this is all working. And I have done this so many damn times, I'm not even listening to anything. I am going purely off my stream, and we will finally beat this so many times.
End of Burger's End. While grimly Hammerhand's henchmen were looking for Talia and the Absolute Evil's army, they in turn were slowly marching through the gloom of the Ash Spring swamplands towards the dwarven town of Steelsmith. This idyllic area provided the unique opportunity to secure additional allies. Undead. The Ash Spring swamplands. While grimly Hammerhand's henchmen were looking for Talia and the Absolute Evil's army, they in turn were slowly marching through the gloom of the Ash Spring swamplands towards the dwarven town.
I have done this so many times and constantly had errors. No errors this time. Please. I've had my stream die. I've had audio just be completely gone. For the love of gods of mercies. Or tech gods, please. Streaming gods, have mercy on me.
Whilst elsewhere, Grimly's scouts took the trouble to turn every stone in their search for Talia, and I mean that literally. She was marching towards the town of Steelsmith, the seat of the Dwarven King. However, after a not in the least bit subtle hint from the not at all tactful Evil, she had taken a little detour through the Ash Spring swamplands. Here, the ancient, cursed bones of long-forgotten soldiers lay uneasy in their graves, waiting only for the necessary nudge to finally rise and play the Talking Dead, or whatever it's called. Unfortunately, and of course purely coincidentally, Grimly, the racist Dwarven King, was also currently in Ash Spring.
Aye, chop more wood. I don't have enough resources. I want to build a barracks to hire knights and foot soldiers. I also need some for these palisades. Which idiot is responsible for this, please? My right toe could build a better defense on its own. Now, fix it. And over there, we'll build a watchtower. Or two.
Grimly is here. Excellent. I'll beat every single God's-damned prejudice out of that bearded drunk's alcohol-soaked carcass. And some of these undead wannabes lying around here in their graves are going to help me. Let's see how that drunken idiot likes facing a few brain-hungry zombies. Not that he needs to be afraid with that little bird brain of his. Talia? Are you sure you don't want to reconsider? Undead? How low have we sunk? Ugh. Are you still there? I thought I'd finally seen the last of you in the previous mission. Anyway, shut up and let me work. I must raise the living dead.
So in order to start the Night of the Living Dead, our protagonist, the currently eating a chicken leg Evil's envoy, had to reach the region's larger cemeteries and recruit their undead.
Wish I had a chicken leg right now. Really good. I'm actually kind of hungry. I've done this so many times on hell mode now. Do not expect me to do it. Don't I? It's not a challenge. I don't think it gets challenging.
Ah,
A little bit.
one of the lucky evil's little snots had discovered a hidden arcanium. Here, demons could create valuable mana, which on the one hand they themselves needed, while on the other could also be used for powerful spells. And so it was that the first demon began to generate powerful mana in the arcanium. Ah, delicious mana. I like to spread it on my Sunday morning croissant as my wife passes me a cup of tea and massages my feet as I open the newspaper to the obituaries. But back to the subject. Mana was also important to the couldn't care less about Sunday morning croissants evil because, on the one hand, his higher level demons loved the stuff, and on the other hand, it could be used to cast powerful spells. Of course, the excited evil couldn't wait to promptly try it out.
Bad evil would like the snot to actually do the dang job. Or it does anything.
It's payday.
Get this going. Bit. I don't care what it's not. And what they do. Okay. That's taken care of. In this overworld, they have patrols, and on Hellish mode, they give like max priestess and stuff. It's not noble.
That damn pointy-eared wench is sneaking around here somewhere. Let's go, men. Double the watches and leave something for me.
Ah, you have no chance against me and the ultimate evil. I can smell your beer breath all the way down into my dungeon, you drunken shrimp.
Spread out and find her.
The presence of the inconspicuous as a rainbow-colored dog evil's army was no longer a secret. In fact, it was amazing it had escaped the warriors of good for so long. Well, their leader was a dwarf and he had lots of beer, but I digress. Hopefully the dungeon's defenses are ready.
I knew you.
Cut more trees, you sleepyheads. We need more wood.
Bye-bye, baby! Oh, hey! Ha! Showed him.
Just doing some, you know, annihilating. Now I do some souls, but they're not that strong. We'll get the Tinkle Cave going.
It's payday. Let the thing go trap so we can start having a little fun with our victims. There are enemies in your dungeon.
There's a dragon nest over here that I want to take out.
Evil will triumph! Ooh!
Defend the dungeon heart.
This way? I've done this so many times. Oh boy. Like 2 things, because this one should be almost done. Yeah, them.
Payday.
Okay. Medium traps. Hit the traps for high end are completely worthless. And later I'll explain why. Much later. But they could have made high-end traps more useful.
There are enemies in your dungeon.
Ooh!
Okay, now that all that's figured, I got the mana thing, got the dragons over here, taken care of. These guys are walking like hell. Dragon treasury done. Workshop done. Album song's good. Vortex good. Magic thingamajiggy good. Tinko's cave. Good. Hideout's really good. Still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got 5 of those guys. Okay, and I got 4 of these guys. We're gonna increase our demon population, really. A little more demons come up. Demons come on and play. I'll leave you here. The rest of you, yeah. You leave the dungeon. Go out.
What's up?
Explore the world, my minion.
Oh, I'd love to work with professionals. Just once.
Well, that's a bad time. Too late, princess. He is dead. No, not with these.
I should turn back. This is not what the goddess wants. Ha! Exactly. You got it in one. Time for me to raise a few undead.
Cut more trees, you sleepyheads. We need more wood.
What wood do you need, boy?
I will destroy this land.
Oh, Talia. Do the thing.
All right, you undead! Up you get! Fight for me and regain your honor! I am Isildur's heir! I mean, the deathly pale evil's messenger. Fight for me, and I will consider your oath fulfilled. An oath that you never swore! Excuse me, I seem to have mixed a few things up.
Splendid speech. But good enough for the mindless hordes buried here, who excitedly signaled their approval, even if it was with nothing more than a moaned brains. And so, the walking dead arose to serve the abominable evil. And of course, his eloquent envoy with the split personality.
Hey! I can hear you!
I certainly hope so. I don't want to just waste my insults.
We'll talk later. Go, undead. Destroy the living.
How do we have no money? Oh, that's why we have no money. Anyway, let's put them back into business.
Ooh!
Back out there.
I am the Queen of Evil.
Do this one. Well, let's get this done with.
More undead joined the monstrous evil, and with a spirited, if moaned, praise, staggered off towards the human defenders, the glorious...
Hey, that's my text. You don't even appear in this dialogue at all.
Your problem for taking such a long ciggy break. I'll take over your job in the long run. That's something we can both agree on.
Are your two personalities conspiring against me? Huh. As a narrator, I am unsurpassed. If you heard the stories I tell in the bar on weekends... forget about that. Additional undead have been secured for the insidious evil. Suddenly, a few dissatisfied bears appeared directly in front of Talia. Exactly, bears. And they attacked.
Hey!
This had nothing to do with a certain narrator's injured pride, but made total sense within the framework of the story. The Walking Dead set out to destroy all living things. All good living things, of course.
Ha! Showed him.
What are you doing, you deadbeats? Are you seriously going to let a few old corpses get the better of you? Take care of this, baby, before I kick your asses so hard you fly all the way to Stormbreeze, where you can tell Thanos personally what a bunch of goddamn cowards you really are!
Fighters, I mean zombies, I mean undead, oh, whatever. Rise! Enemies have entered the dungeon.
I have to leave you now because I have to prepare something back home. But you hold the fort here. Got it? Good. Then take care of them.
With these heroic words, Grimly, the great dwarf king, took to his heels and ran. Some might think it cowardly.
Yes, the damn coward. But we'll get him and then we'll organize an intervention. We'll tear him a new one!
My goodness, what a turn of phrase. Outrageous. Still, it was a desire I can only agree with. Come on, for the validation-craving evil.
Oh, I've been resurrected.
There's a lot happening there.
It's payday.
Oh, goody, payday. I get my creatures back before we start making another assault. We will onslaught them and tear them up.
The Walking Dead set out to destroy all living things. All good living things, of course.
Steel Smith wasn't built in a day,
That
but
being
if
said,
you
I'm not gonna
lame
lie,
asses
that's
had
what he
been there, the entrance gate still wouldn't be finished!
Get those two going. That means they will all be. Oh, good. They're all healed. Now let's go over here now.
What's up?
Up here, no over here, no. Over
Enemies
here,
have
no
entered
over
the
here.
dungeon.
You're here. How dare you try to attack my snotling?
Enemies have entered the dungeon. The dungeon heart is being attacked.
And so is the will to live.
Hasta la vista, baby. Thanos must die.
Talia
The
stronger.
power flows through my veins.
Always the dying this one. Can't say like Talia is gonna suffer. No, only die. Just be normal. Now, can you, Talia? Or creator?
Payday.
Ow! Take that! Take that! The power flows through my veins. Hasta la
Just
vista,
taking over the
baby.
land, don't mind me. Hey, Farmer, how you doing?
Heroes want to attack one of your islands of evilness.
How you doing, boy? Oh, well, he's dead.
Bye-bye, baby.
One of your islands of evilness is under attack.
Good will.
One of your islands of evilness was captured.
that little hope they had. So sad. Getting here next. I mean, they had such little hope given to them by taking that one place, and then it was. Yes, I know the chicken issue. More chicken. That's how you solve the chicken issue. More chicken! Tally up a billion times. Your needs will be ignored.
I want Tanos's head.
Hopefully you can understand, or you can be the enemy. It's only not working well for them.
Evil is unstoppable! Even more undead. Yes, walk my mindless hordes and destroy the living. Do you always have to be so evil? Ugh. Is that a trick question? Naturally! Who, if not me?
And even more undead marched against the human defenses in the glamorous evil's name. They didn't stand a chance. But suddenly, and this had nothing to do with the protagonist's previous insults, evil bears once again appeared to attack Talia.
Hey, it's all right, okay? You can keep your job. I'm sorry.
Almost miraculously, a bolt of lightning hit the bears and killed them on the spot. Amazing. But of course, it all made sense within the greater framework of this story. And zombies rose from their graves.
Ouch!
We've come for thee. The reckoning is upon you.
And the living dead rose.
Ouch! Ouch!
There are enemies in your dungeon. good people's defensive camp went up in flames. The pitiful survivors ran in panic and dispersed in all directions.
Ha! Those cowards! See how they run! Isn't that funny?
It does have something comical about it. Even the zombies emitted a laughing moan before pushing on to get some tasty brains before the others did.
Oh, hey!
Biters, zombies, undead, oh, whatever. Rise! The Walking Dead set out to destroy all living things. All good living things, of course. And zombies rose from their graves.
Now it is time to find Grimly and give him his rightful punishment.
What rightful punishment?
Oh, rightful or not, what do I care? As long as the dwarf suffers!
The lands of Ashspring were wholly under the crazed evil's control. Every now and then, a confused zombie would pop up, even though the living had already been driven out. But that didn't matter, for the absolute evil's hordes set out for Steelsmith, King Grimly's headquarters. The Battle of Steelsmith. Led by Talia, the brutal evil's army had reached the dwarven town of Steelsmith and made ready to storm it. Inside, the fierce dwarven King Grimly planned its defense.
If you're waiting for that long, of nothing happening. I have to wait for this to be done. I'm trying to make sure everything goes planned. I can finally continue the story. I've done these missions so many times.
Alright, you lazy buggers, get ready. That evil horde is going to show up with that pointy-eared cow any moment now. But Steelsmith is a fortress like none they've ever seen. So, take your positions, and don't forget the elf is mine. I'm going to make slippers out of her ears. Did you hear the rumbling? They're here. I feel it in my right corn. Send out the scouts, and prepare the death hammer!
Finally, the time of the great battle was at hand. Talia's troops had taken the quickest route from the Ashspring swamplands, and they were full of anger and determination to win this final confrontation.
I wouldn't say that. I'm still trying to persuade myself to return to the forces of good.
Okay. A part of Talia burned with anger and determination to win this final confrontation. Another wanted to form work groups and look after the bonsai garden.
Ugh, ignore my little moments. I'm going to crush that god's damned dwarf. He's made his last stupid comment about elves. I'm going to make gloves out of his beard.
What's this whole thing about everybody using bits of their opponents for slippers or gloves? That's incredibly unhygienic. The time had come. Talia began to raise a great army for the erratic evil.
Sorry, I was just grabbing a little snack. I'm a little bit hungry. Typically, we can wait a decent amount of time before we have to do anything. We don't even need guys yet, and that will already have a lot of uses to it.
The Deathly Pale Evil had erected a cemetery. From now on, it could supply its own walking dead. Practically enough, heroes who had kicked the bucket were dropped here and then turned into brainless zombies. As an alternative, banshees could also be inspired to join the Burning Evil's army there.
Hey!
And again, the exploratory evil dug up a few trapped dwarves. Obviously, getting trapped while digging seemed to be the order of the day around here. It's payday.
By the goddess! Is that...
Grimly had had a gigantic hammer built. The Death Hammer. This caused not only a disturbance in the force, but also in the ground, causing a massive earthquake. The effect on the dungeon was clearly noticeable. The dungeon heart in particular could only withstand but a few such blows.
How do you like that, you damned evil brood? Now, we just have to take a few minutes to rewind. but it was damn well worth it. Stay and enjoy the show, evil scum.
In his own lovingly insulting manner, Grimly made it clear to Talia and the perplexed Evil that pulling back would not be an option. The giant hammer had to be destroyed.
We can't stay here. That thing has to be destroyed. After analyzing it briefly, I've discovered a great weakness.
Throw something through the 2-meter-wide cooling vent to destroy the reactor.
What? Nonsense! The thing is standing right there, so we can smash it to pieces.
Oh, why did I expect sophisticated tactics when I'm hanging around with bloodthirsty, not exactly intelligent evil creatures?
Damn, Jules. Make me have to build my dungeon. Holy.
I am the Queen of Evil.
Get the meebling going. Alright, so. Thing about the undead, they are one of my favorite and hated units you can get. My favorite because they have all the good stuff. Hated because if you're gonna upgrade them, you better be prepared to do it. Let's start with the consequences. And I draw not going both knots, more walk, more stuff getting done.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Ow!
Hammer time!
the only reason I have demons now.
It's payday.
Yeah, there's plenty of reasons to have demons. They're really useful for like high damage. They love doing a lot of damage. But the consequences is that they're mainly range. Or orcs just tend to be the brutal. The orcs have high damage. No, they can take a lot. They can take a lot of damage. They can dish out a lot of damage, but can't take a lot. And zombies are undead. Okay, they're weak, they can't take a lot, but they constantly come back to life. Which, if you can't understand why that's insane, a unit that's weak but still comes back to life every 2 seconds is stronger in dire needs than these, where I have to pay and resource to become stronger. They stay strong. Boop. Get that going. You open an annoying door.
Evil will triumph! Ooh! Death to all that is good! Ooh! Time to take out the trash! Destroy them all!
Just killing. Stop attacking.
Desire.
I've beaten this game many times, but when I'm done dead, they've actually saved my butt. I was killed.
Hammer time!
Daughter, reconsider your deeds. You can still turn back. No one need die today. Except these disgustingly evil creatures, perhaps, but certainly neither Grimly nor you.
This bloke is more stubborn than those phone marketing people who are always trying to get me to buy some shite.
I too think that we should maybe rethink this. It is now time for dwarves to die!
It's payday.
Money!
Showed here. What?
They took my Naga. How dare they?
Hasta la vista, baby.
They took my Lina. I know about that. There's more.
Is indescribable.
Intense battle.
No!
Dang.
I'll be back.
Put it far away. Oh well. Boop, 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 boop.
The evil energy grows stronger. I have returned.
Tingle of Cave will be brought up soon. Tingle of Cave. I do have a time limit on how long I can do this for, but I'm hoping to beat the limit.
Obliterate the evil
Awesome.
rabble!
What do you want me to do? I will destroy this land.
Kill these fools.
Stay down!
It's payday.
Tick tock, on the clock.
So much for your death hammer, Grimly. Oh, did we break your toy? Are you going to cry like a little baby? Boo-hoo-hoo.
You paid for that. Don't be giving yourselves any medals yet. The Dwarven Empire will strike back. Of that you can be sure.
We could still solve this peacefully. You? Now? Really? In my moment of triumph? There is nothing you can't ruin, is there? Sorry. Holy crap! You're even good to me! Sister, you have some real issues. I have to go take care of a Dwarven king and tear a city apart. Follow me to Steelsmith!
The half-blind evil had yet to find another way over the demolished bridge. Had it even really searched for one? Needing an alibi, it quickly sent a few creatures swarming out as a vanguard. The having a look around evil's army had discovered a stone heap. Just a little brute force, and it would fall into the ravine to form something like a bridge. Computer game logic.
We have to speed things up. All right, men. Activate the second death hammer!
Another one of those things? Ah, damn it all anyway. Get ready for impact!
With a kaboom, the second death hammer hit on the ground and sent its destructive waves toward the dungeon. The dungeon heart groaned under the blow. This death hammer also had to be destroyed quickly in order to save the dungeon heart.
Just to make sure nothing happens to my poor little hunter, I also built an SLD-26 magical tower shield generator. So knock yourselves out.
Generously, the foolish Dwarf King Grimly revealed the safety mechanisms to the listening and taking notes evil. Before the second death hammer could be turned off, a team would have to land on Endor. I mean, the eager for a Star War evil had to destroy the magic shield.
Right then. First, we'll destroy the magical tower, and then death hammer number 2. No problem. We're good at breaking things.
Everyone's fighting like very easily. Like crazily easily.
Hey! Hands off my SLD-26 magical tower shield generator!
Hey, Grimly. Your toys break easily. My pals barely got their hands on it and it broke. So, people, let's have a look at this second death hammer, shall we?
Keep your hands to yourself and I'll bite your fingers off, you god's damned wench. Right, men, prepare the death hammer!
Grimly seemed a little desperate upon seeing the occasionally gigging as a stand-up comedian evil turned out to be a brilliant strategist. It relentlessly sent its armies towards the second death hammer. It's payday.
Evil energy grows stronger! Oh, these things are pretty fragile, aren't they? Grimly, I think I accidentally broke both your hammers. I'm so sorry.
I'll strangle you in my bare hands, Gil! You god's damn disgusting!
In order to make sure we don't have to cut out all of Grimly's cursing, I'll just take over here. The brilliant evil had succeeded. The second Dwarven Hammer was also history, and its army marched inexorably towards the dwarven town of Steelsmith. Something else permeated the smell of metalworking that wafted from the city towards the dungeon. The smell of the dwarves' fear.
For good reason, too. We're going to tear their city apart. We could still return to the side of good. Let me think about it for a second. No.
You know, the occasional. Anything.
Hey, Talia, I have a surprise for you. You know that all good things come in threes?
Ugh, honestly, do you have another one of those damn death hammers?
A death hammer? Ha! I have 3 death hammers!
What? The whole thing times 3? Not very imaginative, if you ask me. You are so...
Stop! Hammer time!
Together, the 3 death hammers had a lot more power than a single one. It would certainly be better for the dungeon heart if they too were quickly put out of action.
Just wait. Take that!
We'll retreat for now. Man, because a lot of our forces got annihilated from that door. Stupid door. Alright, back out.
Who do you want killed?
Kill you.
Not gonna get up.
Kill this. And we're on our way to be with area. Second time, alright.
Enemies have entered the dungeon. Payday.
So, that's the way you want it. I'll take care of you myself. For death and glory, the horn of Grimly Hammerhand shall sound in the deep one last time. Men, let this be the hour when we draw swords together. Now for wrath, now for ruin, and the Red Dawn!
Finally, we meet grimly. Your final hour has come. Ah! What's that?
Jesus, he's a speedy boy.
Time to
Catch up to him, dang it.
command me.
Catch up.
Just wait. Ouch!
Could be helping, but by the time he really actually gets my death, it'll be over. He's trying really hard.
Enemies have entered the dungeon.
Ouch!
Can we please stop letting Talia die all the time? I mean, it's not that hard to resurrect her, but blow-drying her hair until it's just right sends the electricity bill through the roof. It's payday.
Goodbye, Grimly.
Hey!
Have fun with everyone.
You pay for this, you damn brat!
With these words, Grimly the Dwarven King breathed his last.
A well-earned victory for evil! Ha! All the legends and stories that revolve around good heroes. Utter nonsense. In the end, evil will always triumph. Time to enjoy my victory.
Talia, what have you done? You killed Grimly. I will have to punish you for this. Stay where you are. I'll be there in a couple of hours.
Apparently, Tanos was anything but enthusiastic about his foster daughter's deeds. The insightful evil knew that a confrontation was not yet advisable and ordered Talia to travel west, always west.
We could always wait for Father and try to explain everything to him. Oi, 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 oh, come on. Even my good side can't be that naive. He'll skin me alive if he gets his hands on me. There's no way I should get anywhere near him until his anger has cooled. Oh, unfortunately, I'm afraid I have to agree with my evil me. We should let the grass grow over the whole thing first.
Oh, good and evil in agreement. A rare stroke of luck, I'd say.
You pay for this, you damn brat!
With these words, Grimly the Dwarven King breathed his last.
A well-earned victory for evil! Ha! All the legends and stories that revolve around good heroes. Utter nonsense. In the end, evil will always triumph. Time to enjoy my victory.
Talia, what have you done? You killed Grimly. I will have to punish you for this. Stay where you are. I'll be there in a couple of hours.
Apparently, Tanos was anything but enthusiastic about his foster daughter's deeds. The insightful evil knew that a confrontation was not yet advisable and ordered Talia to travel west, always west.
We could always wait for Father and try to explain everything to him. Oi, 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 oh, come on. Even my good side can't be that naive. He'll skin me alive if he gets his hands on me. There's no way I should get anywhere near him until his anger is cooled. Unfortunately, I'm afraid I have to agree with my evil me. We should let the grass grow over the whole thing first.
Oh, good and evil in agreement. A rare stroke of luck, I'd say. So it was time to run. Here, the only problem was, as usual, his own death. After the Dwarven King Grimly suffered a premature death at the hands of the hero-beating evil's armies, the dark elf Talia got herself out of dodge. She took the evil creatures and retreated into the tunnels and mines of Steelsmith, which were connected to the most remote places in the world. The hasty departure proved to be very wise indeed, for shortly afterwards, Tanos appeared on the scene, and with him, a mighty army of good. When he found his dwarven friend's lifeless body, he screamed his pent-up anger out into the world, as overly emotional heroes are often prone to do. A few hours later, Tanos gathered with his 2 remaining comrades and commanders in his tent. We will now repeat approximately what was said. I, the evil will destroy us. We are lost. Wail, wail, and so on. In the end, Tanos called his fellow soldiers to order and commanded them to return to their respective empires and strengthen their defenses. So it was time to do what all good folks do: hide themselves behind thick walls in fear and hope that the storm would pass them by and hit the others. How exceedingly honorable. In the meantime, Tanos sent out some spies to track down his evil student. The Dark Elf had, by then, beaten her way through the mines of Steelsmith, accidentally awakened an army, and fled from a whip-swinging demon. The usual stuff that happens when traveling through dwarven tunnels. At least they had left Tanos and the armies of good far behind them, and now moved almost unmolested through the countryside, determined to continue spreading chaos and horror. The end of Burger's End. After Grimly's inglorious end, the insidious evil's army had gone through the mines of Steelsmith to escape Tanos's armies and his wrath. The old shafts brought them close to the busy town of Burger's End.